Good evening. My name is Chance Williams Jr. The following blog is going to be highly offensive, so let me apologize to you all now and to the family of the young man that I am about to speak on. Twice in my lifetime, this has happened. I don't understand why this happens. I really don't care. So, to the family of the young man in Korea, let me first apologize because this tends to happen more often than not, and it tends to happen to kids who are not of color. You do not have the right to go into another country and cause problems, accidentally or not. A few years ago, okay, a lot of years ago, when I was just barely in my teens, a guy went to Singapore and totally thrashed the place. And I guess because he wasn't Asian, they decided to throw the book at him. Okay, first and foremost, again, let me apologize to that guy's family and to him, if he's still alive, and to the young man who just got a hard time in Korea. I'm not judging you, and I'm not picking. I'm about to make a fucking statement, alright? When you go to these foreign countries, you are a guest. You are not the king, you are not the dictator, you are not the ruler. If you don't have permission to touch something, don't touch it, alright? In Singapore, you can't chew gum. You can't spit on the sidewalk or the streets. You better find a trash receptacle. You better do something. And before you go to any country, my advice to you, all of you, is to learn the laws, right? Because Japan is immaculately clean. You litter on the street, your ass is in trouble. You know, and I haven't been there, but I do a lot of research. And I do a lot of reading about things that's important that I need to know before I go to these places because I don't want to go somewhere where they're gonna fucking beat me with a fucking stick, all right, in front of everybody in the entire universe. I don't need that shit in my day to day. I have enough bumps and bruises in life that I don't need to go to another country and give them an excuse to really dislike us Americans. All right. Now, granted, this is the only person that things like this has happened to in Korea. It wasn't too long ago that one of my favorite journalists' sister, Lisa Ling, got caught up in some Korean crap, and they got her home, and everything was good and kosher and everything. But she being a journalist and that being her job is a whole different ball game compared to you trying to destroy people's property or take something that does not belong to you. They make cell phones, and selfies and pictures go a long way. They can't take those from you. They probably can, but they can't really take them from you. Once you send it off, it's out there, and once it's out there, it's out there, and the problem is solved. This young man, my heart goes out to him. I'm really sorry that he's in this mess. And one, I didn't even know that Americans could even go to North Korea. I thought we could only go to South Korea. It's the same thing like I knew about like Cuba. I didn't even know that we could even go back to Cuba because apparently I haven't been watching the news, and maybe we still can't. I don't really know. I have no intention of leaving the United States unless I'm going to the Philippines with Nicole or I'm going to Canada. There's only two places I really want to go, unless I can go to Hong Kong and get a good job. Because good jobs in Hong Kong and Korea are something that's happening right now in the world. So, you know, I want to be blunt. I want to be nice at the same time. But, you go to these countries, you have to fucking know better. You have to know better. I can't be the only guy on the earth that remembers what happened to the little guy that went to the to freaking Singapore and got Singapore caned because he didn't know the law. He didn't know the law, so he didn't follow the law, and it kind of cost him a royal beatdown. I'm trying to put that as nice as possible, and there really is no nice way to put that. Because honestly, how can you really glorify it, and how can you really like justify it? When the Singapore King thing happened, like I said, I was barely out of my teens. Hell, I might have just been barely becoming a teen. I really don't remember what year it was, and it doesn't affect me now as it did back then because back then it was like you know the thing that had to happen. But in that incident with Singapore, the guy took like stop signs down and threw them through people's windshields and was jumping all over the hoods of their car. He took baseball bats to their shit. That's kind of going a bit far. This young man in Korea only took a banner. All right, he took a banner. So whatever the royalty in Korea is, he might be just a little bit too harsh on the guy. You should probably step in. Maybe you guys ought to send Dennis Rodman over there to talk to the man. It's like, look, you're going to appeal this guy, man. He just wanted to take a damn banner. Which would have been better, in that case, to just go to a souvenir shop and buy something. You know, whenever I go to Canada, I haven't been there in a long time now, but when I go to Canada, you know, there's souvenir shops everywhere. If you get on a tourist attraction, you can get a souvenir shop anywhere. I don't know why the kid was there. I don't really give a damn. I know that he's young, and I know that he shouldn't have to give up 15 years of his life for wanting to take a banner home. But the thing is, your friends should never be able to coerce you into doing something that you know damn well you shouldn't be doing. Alright? In a nutshell, I'm not trying to be a dick. But this thing here, I will say that they probably gave him a little bit more harder time than he probably needed. And I mean, you know, as long as they're not going to kill him, then it's not that bad. But, you know, that's 15 years. 15 years is a lot for a fucking damn banner. I'm sure he'll probably never ever want to go into another Asian country or any country outside of America after this. But we have to teach our kids, man, you know, you can't just go somewhere and do what the hell you want. It doesn't work that way. You can't do what you want in America. We have laws for a reason. And, you know, when you go into another country, you go in under the banner of, I am a guest here. So as a guest, show respect. Bow when you're about to. Don't be abrasive and just start telling these people, you know, I can do what I want. You know, no, you can't. You're in another country. You're not in America. You need to follow their rules. You need to follow their laws. I've seen movies, and, you know, my all-time favorite movie about going into another country and getting in trouble is Broken Palaces with Claire Danes and the chick from Underworld. Sorry, can't remember your name, but you're a very beautiful woman, just in case you're watching this. I wish I could remember her name, but she was the lead in Underworld. And, you know, being that things like this happen all the time. All the time. American kids, if you're going on a study of abroad, you know, you need to know where you go. You need to know their laws. You need to know their rules. You need to know what the hell will keep you out of trouble. And here's my straight up rule right here. If I go to any country, I'm going on tour the first day I get there. Well, after I get off the jet lag, you know, maybe it depends on how long I'm staying there too. If I'm there for a month, the first day that I'm there, I'm taking a tour. About the 5th day in, I'll take another tour. Now I want to get to know the city. The first stop on my tour is going to be to the police station for the American Embassy, so I can get a translator who speaks their language, and I need them to travel with me until my time there is up, so that they can make sure that my dumb ass doesn't do anything stupid. I'm not going to go out and party. Rule number one, I'm not going to go out and party. If I'm in a hotel and they have a lobby where you can get drinks, that's where I'll go. Because I'm not going to go and can't get back to my hotel, can't read the hieroglyphics. That's not going to work for me. You know, and if I'm there for a month and I'm not there with somebody who speaks Korean, who's not going to be able to guide me around to keep my ass out of trouble, you know, then I'm not going. No, it's just that simple. Let's say I get a job there teaching English. Okay? I need an assistant to make sure I get to work on time. I need an assistant to make sure I get back to my house. Am I going to leave my house? Hell no. I'm going to give my assistant the money that he needs or she needs to go get me some food and bring back to my house. I'm not going out anywhere. I'm not going to do anything stupid. And if I'm on a computer, it will be my computer. It won't be somebody else's computer. It will be mine. It will be my own personal computer or tablet or whatever the hell I'm going to be using so that I can do what I want with it. I'm not going to be looking at foreign, like, child porn and all that bullshit. No, hell no. I'm not doing anything illegal in their country. If they say it's illegal to spit, guess what? I'm going to swallow my spit. Unless I find a toilet, then I'll use that. But, you know, you have to bear with following the rules. Most people don't like following the rules because it's too damn much like the right thing to do. And when you can't do the right thing, you know, you get this. Now, I'm not sure if they said the guy was trying to steal the banner or whatever the hell it was, but I know it just wasn't worth the shit that I seen today on TV. It really wasn't. You know, if somebody, like, coaxed him into it, you know what? No. No. You don't coerce a young person to do anything. Anything. Because young people don't have the capability of thinking. And yeah, I think with the guy, like, 23, 24, he's still a young person. He's still easily susceptible to doing something stupid. Now, when I was 15, 16 to 25, you can ask any one of my friends, because most of my friends, they dabbled in things that I will not mention on this program and that I will not mention in public, because you never know what can come back to bite them in the ass. But I was the straight arrow. I was the Boy Scout. If I thought it was wrong, it was wrong. I didn't do it. I don't follow behind people. My younger sister that's under me has a saying about, she's always preaching this to her kids, and I couldn't agree more. Be a leader, not a follower. And a lot of people don't know how to do that. And I've never been in the in crowd, and whenever you're in the in crowd and you're like the offbeat guy that nobody really likes, yeah, that was a knack or a kink. If you're the offbeat guy that nobody really likes, you would be the one that has to take the blame for everybody else's rough and brash decisions, because you decided that it was a good idea. By the way, it's happy St. Patrick's Day. It is now 12 o'clock. Because you were the one who decided that it would be a good idea to do whatever the hell your friends are doing. Okay, a lot of my friends are bigger than me. Okay, all of my friends are bigger than me and stronger than me and could probably lift 200 pounds or maybe a truck or a small car. I can't do that. So I know I can't do that, so I'm not going to be dumb enough to try. Now, I don't know if this works on women. I really don't. I really don't care. But, most people have a cutoff point where, stupidity has to kick in. That came off my brush. And, if you're not capable of knowing when to stop, then you should probably get some guidance from people who do know when to stop. And like I said, I'm not trying to be an asshole to this guy or his family, and I hope that they do well, and I hope that they can get this kid off. I honestly, truly do. I guess I might still need that. Got one more blog to do. And the thing is, when I was a kid and the Singapore thing happened, my dad and I, we watched the shit on the news. We didn't get to watch the beating. I don't know if they televised it or not. They probably televised it there, because you never know what's entertainment in another country. I knew right then and there. And my dad looked at me and he said, "Son, if you ever go to a foreign country and fuck up, after they beat your ass, I'm gonna beat your ass." Because there's a limit to the things that you can and can't do when you go to these places. Now, you're American. You're on tour. Okay, fine. You're an American and you're on tour. Being on tour does not give you the permission to do whatever the fuck you want. Alright, you're American and you're working there. You have a working visa. You're working, you're having fun, you're living your life and you're doing well. It does not give you the right to go over to their country and just do what the fuck you see the people of that country doing. Because sometimes if you see them doing something and it feels wrong, it's probably fucking wrong. Alright? Now, like I said, I hope that they can find a way to get this little guy off, man. Because, 15 years for trying to take a piece of paper off of a wall is a whole lot of goddamn problems. And, I'm not trying to sound funny about that shit. I'm trying to be, as real as possible. There are some things that, you go to another country, you just don't do. No, you know it. You should know it. If you don't know it, then this will be another cautionary tale, just like the guy that went to Singapore and got caned. There are things that we can do in our country that a lot of people laugh at. And seriously, the shit's not funny when you take a stop sign off of the fucking street sign and throw it through somebody else's car. You're not paying for it. They're paying for it. Their insurance is paying for it. And the thing about being like a minor, because that guy, he was like a juvenile and a minor in Singapore, they didn't give it to him. He fucked up. He needed to pay for his crimes. Where here in America, you're 15 years old. Unless you kill somebody at 15, slap on the wrist. Oh, you did a little vandalism. Hopefully their insurance will cover it. If their insurance doesn't cover it, then they have to work like 5 times harder to get the shit repaired. Because I only have liability. So if I crash into somebody, they're covered and my car is fucked. But a lot of people don't really want to take responsibilities for their actions. And this is where the problem comes in. Because a lot of us Americans think that we can go places and do what we want. And that is never, ever cool. Okay? So again, I apologize to the family of this guy. And I apologize to the family of the guy that did the Singapore caning when I was like 14 or whenever the hell I was when this got happened. I will say this: he will be in my prayers, and I hope like hell that they find a way to tone it down, maybe keep the politics out of it, and maybe like look at the reality of, yo, man, he didn't really hurt anybody. You know, he might have offended a few spirits or whatever, but he didn't really hurt anybody. So, at 15 years, that's just a little bit excessive. Maybe 15 months, teach him, that you don't come to foreign countries and try to take things that don't belong to you. But, there have been people from foreign countries who have done things here and have gotten slaps on the wrist and deported. So maybe they should just deport him and tell him, you're permanently banned from North Korea. That'd be the easy thing. Look, here, man, we're not going to give you 15 years. Get your ass on this plane and don't ever come back to North Korea. You can go to South Korea all you want. You can be their problem. But don't come back here or you will have hell to pay. And maybe not permanently ban him, but maybe just ban him for like a year or two, maybe 4 or 5 years, or ban him for 15 years. And like your punishment is you're banned from here for 15 years. So if you're married to a Korean woman and she decides to stay here, you can't see your wife for 15 years. So, something that's not as abrasive as making him have hard labor for 15 years for taking a damn banner. I believe a banner is a flag. I might be wrong on that. It was a flag when I was younger, but I don't know what the hell a banner is these days. And no, I'm not picking my nose. It was itching because of the long hair. Anyway, I'm going to cut it off right here at the 16.5-minute mark. My name is James Williams Jr. Thank you very much for tuning in. And again, if I've offended anybody and to those families, I apologize. I'm deadly serious about the apology. All right, thank you. And may God have mercy on him, and I hope you guys sleep well and get everything straight so that y'all can bring your son home. Goodbye.